Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Dawnna St. Louis. I am the high performance guru for Monster Deals and Deeper Pockets. And today we are going to talk about investing. That's right, a little bit on the dollar side. We're going to talk about a little bit about investing. So this is all about the number one way to guarantee an ROI. Hey, what's up, Michael? It's good to see you. So we're going to talk about how to guarantee an ROI. And I know people like, guaranteed. If you just use the word guarantee, you can't guarantee a return on investment. Yeah, you can. And I'm going to talk about how to do it. So you're in the right place. If you're tired of trying to figure out where to invest, what to invest, with whom to invest, anything, your money, your time, your energy for maximum return, I'm going to actually give you the secrets, the tips, the tricks, everything you need to know. And yes, Mr. Bentley, I see you're out there in upstate freaking New York, dude. Y'all don't know how to do spring right, because down here in Florida, it's like in the 80s and y'all are still like teetering with the 40s and 50s and 60s. So anyway, we're going to talk about how to get the maximum return in minimum time with minimum work effort. So who am I? What am I talking about? My name is Dawnna St. Louis. I lived in a car and I became this Uber IT geek. I founded a business intelligence company. It was a tech consultancy. I sold deals for millions of dollars. And now I travel the world teaching people how to win at high-powered negotiations, sales, and building rock star businesses, that whole minimum effort, maximum return thing. So let's talk about where you get started for maximum return on a minimum investment. So one of my favorite sayings is, write this down. If you are chasing the dollar will never catch you. Ever, it's not going to get you. So I want you to think about this a little bit. So, hey, what's up, Cindy? So I want you to think about this a little bit. There is a lion out there, and the lion is going to catch its prey, right? So, lioness, because the lions are a little lazy. They kind of sit back and don't do anything except for sleep all day. The lionesses do all the work. Sorry, fellas. Anyway, so the lion is out there. It's doing its job. The lioness is out there, and she is going to catch her prey. And when she starts running after that prey, her job is not to catch the biggest, the fastest, and the strongest. Her job is to catch the weakest. So when she's chasing, she's actually chasing to get the weakest prey, because that's the one that is, for her, the easiest to get, right? Now, if I wanted to catch the strongest lioness, what I'd have to do is I'd have to make sure that I'm good enough prey for her to catch. I don't have to be super good. I have to be good enough for her to catch. Well, it's the same thing with the dollar. If you're sitting there and you're running after the dollar, you're going to catch the weakest, cheapest dollar that's out there, which is the one with Washington on it, right? You are not catching the Benjamins. But what you really want is you want the dollars to catch you. You want them to track you down, and you want them to catch you. You want the fastest and strongest dollar to catch you, which of course, that's right. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. So I want to talk about how you're going to get the dollar to catch you so you make the most money possible. So someone asked me yesterday about my investments. They want to know, first, how much do I invest? Second, what do I invest in? And third, how do I guarantee a return? So let's talk about that very first investment I made, which was $25. And it was $25 that went into my gas tank. Not kidding you. And I took that $25 and I went up I-95 and I ended up homeless. So you're like, well, that was a crap ass investment. However, it is becoming homeless that really changed my entire life. I learned that I could do everything. My goal, by the way, is not to tell you guys to do homeless. My second investment was half a paycheck. My third investment is spare change. And my fourth investment, it's an annual investment, and it's 10% of my profit. So let me talk to you about this. Warren Buffett said, invest the most money in what you know. Leave the spare change for riskier stuff that you don't. So invest the most in what you know and leave the spare change for the riskier stuff that you don't. So I have always invested in knowing more first. So that $25 that I invested was invested in taking the biggest risk of my life, leaving home with a full tank of gas, and that was it. So I left without knowing very much. It was a small investment. It was a crazy investment. And unfortunately, that going there and getting homeless didn't quite pay off the way I wanted it to, but I had very little knowledge. So how was that going to really have a maximum investment? It had a maximum impact on my life because it changed me, but it did not give me the return that I was expecting. So the second thing that I invested in, believe it or not, was knowledge. I put a half month's salary in learning something that I could use immediately that would save me time. That would save me time. It would make me more efficient. It would make me more productive, and it would make me more money. In my opinion, people invest in the wrong things. They're looking out there for the magic bullet, the sure thing. There is no sure thing except for you. So before you kick out money on all these external investments, make an internal one because it has a guarantee on return. I spend money all the time on getting smarter. That is my number one investment. Why? Because I hate waste. I hate to waste time. I hate to waste money. I hate to waste energy. I just hate waste. So if I invest in making myself smarter and I use that knowledge, I now can create a return. So Michael wrote, hitting the bottom can create unparalleled motivation. Oh my God, it sure can. Because that hitting the bottom did give me the motivation for going up. And like you say here, you can only go up, but how high will you go? Invest wisely because there is no shortcut to the top. In fact, a lot of people always talk about a ladder to the top, right? Oh, I'm going to get on the escalator and go straight up. No, it's more like a jungle gym. So here's an example of when I say that I invest in myself to make myself smarter. This is really important. So I spent a couple of years being mentored by a master copywriter. His name was Lynn. He worked for Apple, PricewaterhouseCoopers, IBM, HP. The man knew his stuff. I mean, he was brilliant. I wanted to be a better copywriter because I knew that having great copy would lead to a lot more business. So I paid him. And the time that I spent with him and the investment that I paid to him ended up paying off because I then got better and higher paying speaking engagements. In fact, I've been able to double my speaking fee because of it, because I had better copy. It kept paying off when my mentor, Lynn, told me that I had a system for writing copy that he hadn't seen before. So he said, this is a system that's perfect for people that just don't know how to write copy because all copy out there is crap. So you don't have to be fantastic. You just have to be a little bit better than the crap to get people to pay attention. So what he suggested that I do was actually take that and put it into a system that other people could buy. And I did. So I created createkickasscopy.com. And at a conference that I spoke at recently for entrepreneurs, 75% of the audience purchased my $1,000 online copywriting package. Think about that. Think about that. I made a small investment with Lynn. It was literally a half a paycheck. I'm more than 10 times the return that I got from Lynn with one event. One event. I invested in my knowledge and I got a guaranteed return. I invested time, I invested energy, and I invested money into making myself smarter. That's the first investment you have to make. I see people all the time, by the way, who invest their time and money and energy into something and they get nothing. That's because they're looking for that magic bullet. But then there are the few. And I mean, it's very few. So recently I spoke at this conference and I shared specific information about how to make more money. The 6 things that if you're an entrepreneur that you should be doing every day to make more money. And I can name off the top of my head 3 people that did it. And you might go, 3? Here's the thing to remember. Of the 1,000 people that will hear that message, only about 10% of those people are going to review their notes. So now we're down to 100 people. Of those 100 people, only 10% are actually going to take action. So now that we're down to 10 people. Out of that 10 people, only 10% will consistently take action until they find success. They'll take action, they'll mess up, they'll correct, they'll go again. They'll take action, they'll mess up, they'll correct, they'll go again, and they'll keep doing it over and over and over again. So 1 out of 1,000 people actually take the consistent action needed to find success. We like to call those people the 1%. People get pissed at them. There's a reason they're successful. And I've seen it over and over again. Dre Baldwin of DreAllDay.com is so consistent that he has over 40 million YouTube views. Michael Bentley of Deep Blue Communication is on track to annihilate sales goal. Well, he's the sales director there. He's on track to annihilate sales goals from last year. Why? Because he invested not only the money and time, he invested energy into making sure that he puts that knowledge into action. Kate Delaney is a regular user of the 6, and Kate is consistently seeing a return on her investment. I even have a client from 3 years ago that wanted to be a successful entrepreneur so bad that he took out a loan and paid a mentor to teach him the ropes. 6 months later, he paid off the loan. 12 months later, he had 4 times his investment. It wasn't the money that he put in, it was the consistent action that he took after he made the investment. So my first investment, like I said, is I need you to invest in knowledge. Now, my next investment is 10% of my profits. For someone to teach me something that I don't know, that I need to know, and I will apply. I'm sorry, that's my first investment. And I do that all the time. It's 10% of my profits from the year. And I put that in for someone to teach me something that I don't know, that I need to know. And the kicker is that I'm going to apply immediately and consistently apply to deliver a return of efficiency, productivity, or cash. Okay, so you want to make sure you do that. Now, after you get that done, you want to look at your next investment, which is what I call your half a paycheck. And this is for someone to do not half a paycheck, half a month's salary. And this is for someone to do something that I don't necessarily need to know how to do. It's usually a one-time off, but it will make me more money. It will make me more productive and will make me more efficient. It might be someone taking pictures for me or updating my website or doing copying and editing on my book. It's not something that I need to do, but I need to invest in someone else doing it. And then the last investment I make is what I call spare change. Now, I use this app that I absolutely love called Acorn. Acorn takes all of my purchases, and I'm going to show it to you right. Wait, that's not it. Okay, it's right there, right? It's called Acorns. So the reason that I use Acorns is because Acorns actually rounds up all my purchases to the next dollar, and it invests my spare change for me. Remember I said invest big money in something that you know? So I always invested in knowledge and invest small knowledge in something that invest small money into something that you don't. So I literally take the spare change that I have and I invest it into something that I know don't. So I use Acorn. Acorn takes my change every month and it puts it in the stock market for me. That's what it does. So those are the ways that I invest. Again, the first way, 10% of my profits every year on me and myself and my business, getting smarter so I can save time, energy, I can save productivity, and I can make more money. Then I do what I call a half month salary on some one-off work that I need to get done, and then I do spare change. And what can you do next? This is what you need to do. Define what you want to do or what you do or what you want to do. And then tally your knowledge in areas of deficiency. So I want you to think, this is what I want to do. I want to annihilate sales goals next year. I want to have better copy. I want to be a rock star entrepreneur. And then tally your knowledge and look at those areas of deficiency. Then make your first investment, and that should be a small investment. So that investment might be a book, right? It's just to test the waters. It's to determine if this is the information that you want or need to know. For me, my first investment into copy was going and talking to, taking my mentor's class. And once I took his class, then I went to the next level. But first I took a class. So you could do something as simple as, buying a book or taking a small class. It was a very small, $25, $50, less than $100 investment. Okay. Then after that, make a larger investment, 10% of your annual profits into the expert who will mentor you mentor you until either A, you give up, or B, you get a return on investment. Then the third investment is that you're going to make a mid-size investment, what I call a half-month salary, into having someone else increase efficiency, increase productivity, or money making for you. Basically, this is something you don't really need to know how to do, but it really needs to get done. And then finally, use an app like I do, like Acorn, to invest the change for you, the small risk. It's painless, but it puts a little extra cash in your nest egg. So what can you do? Invest in smarter friends and followers right now. That's right. All I need you to do is share this video and ask people how they want to invest in their future. So until next time, I am Dawnna St. Louis, and your team can discover how to close bigger deals faster with my kick-ass programs. Just go to www.dawnna.com. Thanks, guys.